I'm inspired to do this video today because we're getting close to spring and I'm getting excited. I'm the Frugal Gardener and I decided to do a video today, and I'm titling this video Surviving Winter. So what I've done is brought out a couple of the plants, actually trees, that I had to put in someplace warm. I usually keep these in the garage. I'm on the homestead now, so I don't really have a garage right now. And because there was so much going on in the summer and fall, I didn't have time to properly care for these trees. This is the exception. This is not a tree. I'll come to that in a second. At any rate, uh, I'll start by saying that each and every one of these have to be replanted. They have either outgrown the container or we're put in a small container to make it easier for me to move. And since my greenhouse is currently occupied, I have to keep these in something manageable until the spring, and I have plans for what I'm going to do with these for the summer. So in case you guys have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please take a second now to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so that you can be notified when I have new videos, because a lot of guys and gals, they do not do videos in the winter. I'm in formerly Zone 6B, which is now 7A. The government has reclassified it, and it gets pretty cold sometimes. We just came out of a cold spell where the temperatures stayed below freezing for 11 days. It actually went down to like 6 or 5 one night. At any rate, I digress. This is a dwarf banana tree, and I have not gotten anything off of it yet, but that's probably because the pot's too small. This cannot stay outside in Zone 6B, Zone 7A, Zone 7B. It will die. And the reason why these are out here today are for the following. One, to make this video. Two, to give them a little bit of extra sun. And three, to water them. So I'm going to start with this one. This is going on 2 years old, and I'm going to have to trim it and cut off some of the yellow areas and repot this. This is currently, we are in early February. By the time we get to around April or May, I will repot this. This is my orange tree. It's actually a dwarf orange tree. Same thing. Cannot stay out in the winter in this climate, and needs to be repotted. But what I'm saying to you guys is that regardless of where you live, if you put in a little extra work, if you are diligent in the spring and in the fall, you can have pretty much whatever kinds of plants or trees you want if you have the space to take care of them. If you don't have a garage or a shed or a high tunnel greenhouse someplace where you can store these babies, then it becomes a little bit more difficult. Now, this is the exception to the rule. This is a bell pepper plant. Those green peppers you see that really aren't supposed to be green, but that's another video, that's another story. This I definitely could not keep outside because it's in a grow bag, and the cold would penetrate through that and kill it in a heartbeat. Uh, this is being overwintered. I did have a bell pepper plant that lasted me for about 3 years, I think, before it finally gave up on me. But this, I'm surprised it still has the leaves, and in another 2 months, I expect this to start producing. So again, this can take the cold a little bit more so than these two, but you still want to keep it inside when you know it's going to be freezing outside. Last but not least, this is the oldest of all the trees that I'm talking about today. This is an olive tree. I have 4 more of these. I bought 3 it was a steal. They're small right now. They're smaller than any of these, but I intend to replant those. Those are actually dormant. This is, this could get, 12, 15 feet tall. But again, this needs to be replanted. But right now, this is staying outside. I did have to take this in when we had that cold snap, because anything below 25 degrees, you're putting this in danger. But it can manage the cold better than these other guys. But this is the only one I did not bring out today. I brought this out about a week ago, and it's been sitting here in the sun doing its thing for now. But like I said, I check the temperature on a daily basis. Sometimes I check it several times a day. And if I know it's going to drop down into, well, let's say between 22 and 25, I will either cover this or take it inside. I just set it inside the door until the weather warms up and bring it back out. These guys here, we've already discussed, and that is my plan. I do have apple trees, pear trees, peach trees that do not have to be brought in, cherry trees that I will talk about in another video. But for now, this is my head start on spring. I don't have to do anything for these except for repot them and add some nutrients come the spring. So that's it for today, guys and gals. This is the Frugal Gardener, and remember, when you grow your own food, you'll always know where it comes from. I'll catch you guys on the next video in 2 or 3 days. Have a good one.